Well, good morning everybody. Solo Black 313 Rise and Ride coming at you. And it's Sunday, November the 5th, 2023, and it's about 9:30. All right, let's get right into it. Let's hit these corners. All right, that was fun for today. Okay, here's the deal. Last night I went out to meet some friends for dinner, and when I got on the bike, as soon as I started up and started driving, the bike got warm, I noticed a stumbling. Now, I noticed this stumbling about 3 weeks ago, and that was the last time I gassed up. When I was at the gas station, about 20 minutes into the ride, the bike started stumbling. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe, I don't know, I got a little trash in the injectors. Maybe it'll work itself out. So let's get back to last night. So last night, I'm riding the bike, I'm on the expressway, and I was probably doing about, let's say 70 miles an hour, and the bike started stumbling, like but then it would pick back up. Okay, so cool. So I get to the restaurant, I had dinner with my friends, we had a great time. So when it was time to leave, I was like, well, I just decided to take the surface streets. So I took the surface streets. I was still getting the same stumbling, and of course I was at a lower RPM and a lower speed. Now, I'm going to try to get you to hear and feel what I felt last night, and actually since I've been talking, I still feel it, you know, I still feel that same stumbling. So, but I want to get out of the subdivision first and get on the street, and then I can tell you, I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so here we go. Now right there, you hear that? But then it'll pick up. Okay, so now I'm doing about 22 miles an hour, I'm in first gear, 4,500 RPM. Hear it? It's a stuttering, but then it picks up. Second gear, stutters. We got geese. Hello, geese. So are you guys hearing that? Like right there. That stutter. Hear it stutter, but then it picks back up. So I don't know if you guys remember, about 4 or 5 videos back, and about 3 months ago, I rebuilt the fuel pump, and I cleaned out the tank. I got a new filter, of course, and ran some seafoam through it, and it was working fine. But like I said, about 3 weeks ago, the last time I got the bike, put some gas in the bike, ever since I left that gas station, I don't know. Hear it stuttering? Stutter. Stuttering, and it picks up. Like I say, it doesn't matter. The initial takeoff, I'm getting the stuttering. But when I was on the expressway, like I say, last night, and I was doing about 7, and I went to go into 6th gear, it stumbled again, you know. So, like I said a few minutes ago, I rebuilt the fuel pump. So it's a new fuel pump, new fuel filter. I cleaned out the fuel pump reservoir. Listen, hear it? But watch this. Up, but then it stutters again. So in the comments below, can you hear it though? think I need to go ahead, snatch these injectors off. Oh, my mic is popping up. Snatch these injectors off and clean the injectors. And I have never done that since I've had the bike. I've put some seafoam in it, like I said, but I think what I need to do is clean these injectors out, clean that fuel rail out, start all over. Listen. This gas, the rest of the gas out of this tank. Let's see if it'll do it again. Right here. Hear it? Yeah, so I'm gonna ride the gas tank. I'm gonna ride the gas that's left in this tank. I'll ride it all out, and then I'm going to clean the injectors, and then put some new gas in there and see if that's the problem. Alright, so now I'm headed over to the storage garage, and I want to talk about an issue that the motor vlogger Lucky Aces brought up last week. I've been talking to him via the comment section about multiple bikes and which one would you get rid of if you had to. So let's go over to the storage garage. Okay, now we're out on my fabulous 2001 Honda Shadow Ace. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, I like the guy who has Lucky Aces channel. I don't know his real name, but he goes by the YouTube channel Lucky Aces. And last week he was talking about a few things, but the topic that piqued my curiosity when he was talking about multiple bike ownership, and if you had to get rid of all your bikes and just keep one, what would you do? All right, here's my list. I have a 2000 Kawasaki Katana. You guys know I just got that one for 200 bucks. I have this here fabulous Shadow Ace 2001, and I've had it almost 6 years. I have my 2004 Honda ST1300 Sport Tour, and I have my GSXR600 that I got about 5 months ago in 2023. Now let's do the breakdown. Kids love motorcycles. Alright. Wow, my visor's fogging up. Alright, so let's get back to it. Now, this is the order of bikes. If I only had one bike, which ones would I get rid of first, and what would be the last one that I would definitely keep? Alright, the Katana 750, you guys know I just got it. I got it for $200. I'm doing work on it now, and there's a series. I'm doing them in different parts. I am up to part 4, going into 5. So if this is your first time to my channel, subscribe so you can keep up with the continuing progress of Katana Project 750. Alright, so now, yeah, it goes without saying, if I had to give up a bike, it would be the Katana. I just got it, don't know much about it. I have no emotional attachment to that bike. It's a great bike. I mean, I started on the Katana, you know, over 20 years ago. I think it was a 1100. But the Katana is a sport tour, and I already have a sport tour, and that's my Honda ST1300. And so the Katana would be one of the first bikes to leave if I had to get rid of all but one bike. Now, the second bike that I would get rid of would have to be the Gixxer, 600 Gixxer. I like that bike. I bought it to do track days. Like I said in another video, you know, my first track day, how much would it cost? You guys can check that one out. But I speak about it. I mean, I ride it a lot on the street, but mainly 80% of the reason why I bought that bike is to do track days. I've never gone long distance on any kind of sport bike. I know people, you know, will drive across the America on a sport bike. I'm not saying I wouldn't, but that's something I would not do. I'm saying I wouldn't, but I know I wouldn't. But you know, I wouldn't go across country on a sport bike if I had no other bike to ride. So the Gixxer would be number 2 that I would get rid of. Now, between the last 2 bikes, the Honda Shadow and the ST1300, in the last series of me buying bikes, I'm talking about, when I say series, I bought that bike in 18, and I hadn't had a bike since 2000, and I think it was 10. The last bike I had, well, between 2008 and 2010, I had a Harley V-Rod, 2006, and then I had an 03 R1. I got rid of that 03 R1 in 2010. So from 10 to 2018, I wasn't riding bikes. So when I got the Shadow, I got it for a really good price of $1,800. Excuse me. I got it from this guy in Grosse Pointe that he bought it for his wife. She hadn't ridden it. I had 11,000 miles on it, and it was 18 years old when I got it. Now it's 23 years old. So anyway, I've gone camping on that Honda Shadow Ace. I've gone to Chicago on that Honda Shadow Ace. I've gone down to Atlanta on that Honda Shadow Ace 2001. It means a lot to me. It has some sentimental value there. To me, it's an all-around bike, right? So now let's go over to the Honda ST1300. I bought the ST1300 in, it was either 2020 or 2019. I bought it right after I bought the Shadow. I've gone to Pennsylvania on that bike. As you guys know, I can carry my 2-person camper on that bike. I go grocery shopping on that bike, and I ride it. Hold on, this guy's going so slow. This Honda Shadow is the crap, man. I love it. Come on, baby, let's go. Oh yeah, backfire, baby. So on that ST1300, like I said, I went to Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water House in Mills Run, Pennsylvania, and I took my camper, and from Detroit, Michigan, that's about a 600-mile trip one way, and it performs beautifully. I mean, I love it. I've taken it camping. I've gone to a lot of state parks on that bike. It's a phenomenal bike. Like I say, it's my in one of my videos I say it's my grocery getter. You know, it's got the panniers on there, it's got the top case on there. The top case I think is 45 liters, and the panniers on the side hold about 28 liters each, so I have ample storage. It is a good all-arounder. I have no problem on the streets with it and in parking lots. Because I've had the bike though, I think, you know, I've gotten used to the low speed maneuvers with that bike, and it handles like a dream. Now, let's get back to it. So, first I would get rid of the Katana. No emotional connection to that bike at all. Then I would get rid of the GSXR600. I have a little bit of a connection to it, but it's not very practical when you're talking about having one bike to meet all your needs. And this might shock you. Number three that I would get rid of just to have one bike out of the four, it would be the Honda Shadow. I love that bike. I really do. But I can get more. Well, let's just say, so the one bike that I would keep out of all four of those bikes is the ST1300. It meets all my needs. It clicks all of the boxes. I mean, it's utilitarian, it's sporty, it's comfortable. It has a 29-liter gas tank, which in my case would take me 300 miles if I baby it on one tank of gas. It's, for me, like I say, it's easy to maneuver in tight spots. I mean, it's fast. I mean, it is fast. And in the years I have it, I have probably beat, listen to what I say, probably beat some less experienced 600 riders on my ST1300. Off the line. Listen to what I'm saying. Off the line. Okay? I juice their ass. And if I get far enough away from them, if you talk about street racing, they're not going to catch me. Well, they might walk me down. So getting back to the point, yeah, I would have to keep the ST1300 and get rid of everything else. The Katana 750, the GSXR600, and the Honda Shadow 750. And I would keep the ST1300. Alright guys, this has been a short, sweet one. Leave some comments. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, go ahead, subscribe, hit the notification button. That way you'll know every time I upload a video. Alright, let's go. Solo Black 313. Rise and ride. Everybody have a blessed day, and I'll get back with you the next time.